we never get breakfast. So tonight, we are going to have a Western omelet because I have been dying for one, and I have oodles of eggs that I need to do something with. All right, and with our omelet, we are just going to have some simple, easy Southern grits. I'm going to show you how to make them creamy, and that's what we're having. Let's get started. All right, here we go. You're going to need some ham, whatever kind of ham you have. What I'm using is just ham slices, and I'm just going to cut them up and use that. But if you have some, good chunky ham, use that. I'm going to use cheddar jack cheese, but you can use pretty much anything you want. Omelets are really versatile as far as cheese goes. An onion, some bell pepper, eggs obviously, some mushrooms, some salt, some pepper, and some milk. That's your ingredient list, all summed up. Let's get these veggies cut. All right, and we're just gonna rough chop our mushrooms. Just give them a rough, okay. Just a rough cut, nothing too small, because we're gonna saute them up ahead of time. Now we're gonna cut our onion, and I am gonna cut that kind of small. Okay, we're gonna move that out of the way and get our pepper. And I'm gonna use about half of this pepper. That's about all I need. What we're gonna do is get this lit, get a medium flame, and let that pan get hot. All right, now what I'm gonna do is as soon as this pan gets hot, I'm gonna put like a tablespoon of butter in there, and I'm actually gonna saute my vegetables before I put them in the omelet. That way they're not super crunchy. All right, y'all, I forgot to start my grits. Bless my heart, let me tell you. Some days are just like that. All right, we're gonna get this stove on, and we're gonna get us some water in the pan. On we go, and I want it high right now. All right, we need 3 cups of water. 1, 2, 3, and 1 cup of grits. All right, and these are real grits. These are not quick grits. And then you're gonna need some salt, and I don't measure. It's a cup of grits and about that much salt. I can always add salt, but you can't never take it out. Now we're gonna give that a little whisk. Melt that salt. And then we're gonna let it come to a boil. Okay, my pan is good and hot. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of butter in there. Bang, bang, bang. Good thing cast iron don't bend. There we go. Now we're gonna put our veggies in there. Sizzle, there we go. Okay, now we're just going to get that a little stir and let those saute. And now we got to get back over here to the grits because they're boiling now. Now once your grits start boiling, you start stirring. If you don't, they will stick and you will never get them out the bottom of your pan. All right, now we're going to turn that eye down to just a medium. Oops, not fire. Down to a medium low. And we're going to keep right on stirring. All right, once you start stirring, you'll need to keep stirring until they're just about the consistency that you want. You know, if you like a thick grit, then you need to do this for a while and let that water evaporate out. If you want a thinner grit, then you don't have to do it as long. But I like it fairly good when I mash it to put my butter in there. I want it kind of like mashed potatoes. That's the way to do it. So, I'm gonna keep stirring. And while I'm still stirring my grits, I'm gonna come over here and just move those around and make sure that everything's hitting the bottom. And keep on stirring. That's what makes really, really creamy grits. All right, now I'm about good now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the eye off, and then I'm gonna put the lid on it. And that's gonna help cook it a little longer with that steam, and they'll stay warm while I'm fixing my omelet. We're just gonna put that and move it out of the way. Now we're gonna get our ham. And then we're just going to slice that up. Okay, now I'm going to take that ham and we're going to put it over there with our vegetables. Just going to give it another stir. Then I'm only going to leave this on for like a minute, maybe not even, because the pan's good and hot and the ham's done. I just want it warm. So at this point, I'm going to turn the eye off and just let that warm in the pan. All right, Randy wants to see how good I am, so let's give this a try. 2 eggs. Voila! And no shells. Okay, now I'm going to pour a little bit of milk, and I don't measure. It's probably around 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup. I'm going to put some salt. All right, like that. This is 6 eggs. You know, I'm doing 3 egg omelets. Okay, now I'm going to put my pepper in there. Oops, and we do like pepper, so I'm pretty heavy-handed with the pepper. Alright, now we're just going to whip that up. And I want them pretty fluffy, so I'm going to whip them a good little bit. So I'm just about there. All right, that looks good to me. See, I got nice and foamy, nice and foamy. I want fluffy omelets. All right, you guys, I know this looks crazy, but I have found that the best way to cook an omelet is in a wok. It is the bomb. It never fails. You can flip it just right. It doesn't fall apart and make scrambled omelet. It's just cool. So that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna put me just a little bit of butter, like a teaspoon in there. And I have the wok set like right around 320. All right, now for a 3-egg omelet, that means I need half of this egg mixture in the pan. Just like that. While we're waiting, what I'm waiting for is little bubbles around the outside. Once I see those bubbles, then I can start to move my egg mixture around and start raising it up the sides of the wok. All right, now we're going to start moving those eggs around. Pull it off like that. There we go. Now we're going to start adding our goodies. Okay, first comes the cheese, and we're going to put that all over so every bite's got cheese. All that goodness in there. Okay, and unlike the cheese, I just want my veggies and ham on one side so that when I go to flip, I only have to flip it once and then everything is all enclosed inside my omelet. All right, now at this point, I'm gonna lift and drop. Look at there. Now doesn't that look like an omelet to you? So easy with a wok. I've made omelets for 40 years. Sometimes they're perfect, sometimes they look like scrambled eggs with ham and peppers in them. All right, now I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna give it one good flip. There we go. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. All right, and this is how I get it out so that it's still so pretty on the plate. We are just gonna slide. Uh-oh. Maybe not. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, and I came over and was checking on my grits, and they got a little too thick. So what I did was I added some water, and I'm going to stir that water up in there. It's not going to hurt your grits. We're going to add till they're smooth, and they're good and hot again. And then we'll put the lid back on them, and they'll be good as new. All right, there you have it, a Western omelet with a little Southern hospitality. Grab you some toast, put you some jelly on it. Dinner done. Y'all have a wonderful evening.